Steve Jobs and Buddhism, a journey of enlightenment and innovation. Steve Jobs, the iconic founder of Apple, is widely celebrated for his visionary approach that transformed consumer technology. However, a lesser explored facet of his life is his deep connection with Buddhism and how this spiritual path influenced his work, creativity, and Apple's ethos. Before we dive deep into the spiritual life of Steve Jobs, please subscribe to my channel to get notified when I post a new video about Buddhism and spirituality. And please hit the like button on this video. I will be forever grateful. Chapter 1. The Spiritual Awakening of a Visionary. Steve Jobs, a name synonymous with innovation, left an indelible mark on the world through Apple, a company that revolutionized the technology industry. While much has been said about his unparalleled vision and relentless pursuit of perfection, the influence of Buddhism on Jobs' life and work remains a fascinating, less charted territory. This chapter delves into the spiritual awakening of Steve Jobs, tracing the roots of his Buddhist beliefs and how they shaped the ethos of one of the world's most iconic brands. The quest begins. The journey into Buddhism for Steve Jobs began in the early 1970s, a period marked by his quest for deeper meaning and purpose. In 1974, Jobs embarked on a trip to India, a journey that was to become a pivotal point in his life. Inspired by the counterculture movement and a desire to seek enlightenment, Jobs, along with his friend Dan Kotke, ventured into the heart of India, seeking spiritual guidance and wisdom. This trip was not just a search for spiritual truths, but also an escape from the conventions of Western society. It was during this period that Jobs encountered Zen Buddhism, a philosophy that would profoundly influence his life and work. "I believe life is an intelligent thing, that things aren't random," Jobs said in a 1997 interview with Time, providing a glimpse into his belief system that was heavily influenced by Buddhist teachings. His encounter with Zen Buddhism was marked by its simplicity, discipline, and the pursuit of enlightenment. The influence of Kobun Chino Otogawa. A significant figure in Jobs' spiritual journey was Kobun Chino Otogawa, a Zen monk who presided over his wedding to Laureen Powell. Kobun Chino was not just a spiritual advisor, but also a guiding light for Jobs, helping him navigate the complex interplay between his inner quest for meaning and the outer world of business and technology. Jobs' relationship with Kobun Chino underscored the profound impact of Zen Buddhism on his life, influencing his approach to business, design, and leadership. The principles of Zen Buddhism permeated every aspect of Apple's design philosophy under Jobs' leadership. The emphasis on simplicity, functionality, and elegance in Apple products reflects the Zen principle of simplicity. "That's been one of my mantras, focus and simplicity," Jobs told Businessweek in 1998. "Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple." A legacy of mindfulness and innovation. Steve Jobs' journey with Buddhism highlights a remarkable fusion of spirituality and innovation. His commitment to Zen principles not only shaped his personal life, but also defined the culture and products of Apple. Jobs' legacy is a testament to the power of integrating spiritual wisdom with entrepreneurial vision, offering valuable insights into the role of mindfulness in creative and innovative processes. Chapter 2. Early Encounters with Buddhism. In the spring of 1974, a young Steve Jobs, carrying little more than a backpack and an insatiable curiosity, set off on a journey that would significantly shape the course of his life. Bound for India, Jobs sought not just knowledge, but a profound spiritual awakening. This chapter delves into the beginnings of Jobs' enduring relationship with Buddhism, a path that molded his worldview and deeply influenced his professional ethos. The Indian Odyssey, Jobs' expedition to India, was driven by a quest for enlightenment, inspired by his readings and the prevailing counterculture of the time. Alongside Steve Wozniak, Jobs had already embarked on a technological voyage that would later revolutionize the world. However, it was his spiritual journey in India that laid the foundational stones of his philosophical beliefs. Accompanied by his college friend Dan Kotke, Jobs' Indian adventure was as tumultuous as it was enlightening. Traveling the country, he encountered a myriad of spiritual practices and teachings. Yet, it was the philosophy of Zen Buddhism, with its emphasis on simplicity, mindfulness, and the interconnectedness of all things, that resonated most deeply with Jobs. A book of profound impact. During his time in India, Jobs encountered Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda, a book that introduced him to the principles of meditation and self-realization. This text, a blend of Eastern mysticism and scientific rationality, captivated Jobs, offering him a glimpse into the potential of marrying technology with spirituality. The book remained so significant to Jobs that he would later ensure it was gifted to attendees at his memorial service. Jobs' spiritual journey in India laid the groundwork for his lifelong engagement with Zen Buddhism. The principles of Zen, with their focus on direct experience, intuition, and the cultivation of mindfulness, became a guiding force in Jobs' life. Upon his return to the United States, these principles began to subtly influence his approach to design, innovation, and leadership at Apple. The guru-student relationship. One of the most significant relationships Jobs formed on his spiritual path was with Kobun Chino Otogawa, a Zen priest who would become a close friend and advisor. Otogawa's teachings further immersed Jobs in the practices of Zen Buddhism, including meditation and the pursuit of simplicity. This mentorship enriched Jobs' understanding of Zen, embedding its teachings more deeply into his personal and professional life. Steve Jobs' early encounters with Buddhism in India were more than just a youthful adventure. They were a profound exploration of spirituality and self-understanding. These experiences laid the foundation for a set of principles that would guide Jobs throughout his career. From the emphasis on simplicity and elegance in Apple's product design to the cultivation of mindfulness and focus, the impact of Buddhism on Jobs' life is unmistakable. Chapter 3. The Zen Influence. Steve Jobs' spiritual exploration did not end with his return from India. Instead, it marked the beginning of a profound integration of Zen Buddhist principles into his life and work. This chapter examines the profound impact of Zen Buddhism on Jobs, and by extension on the very DNA of Apple, shaping its products, corporate culture, and the legacy Jobs would leave behind. Embracing Zen. After his return from India, Jobs' interest in Zen Buddhism didn't wane. It deepened. He became a regular attendee at the Los Altos Zen Center, where he further explored Zen teachings. The simplicity and intensity of Zen practice, with its emphasis on the present moment and the pursuit of enlightenment through meditation, appealed to Jobs' minimalist aesthetic and his quest for perfection. It was here that Jobs met Kobun Chino Otogawa, who would not only officiate his wedding, but also become a spiritual mentor, further solidifying Jobs' engagement with Zen. Jobs' adherence to Zen was not merely philosophical, it manifested in his lifestyle and leadership. He adopted a minimalist lifestyle, often furnishing his homes sparingly. This approach extended to his work at Apple, where he emphasized simplicity in design and function, stripping away the unnecessary and focusing on the essence of the product. Jobs believed that to create something truly innovative, one must focus intensely on the present, a principle he applied rigorously within Apple's development process. The design philosophy. The influence of Zen on Apple's product design is unmistakable. From the sleek, intuitive interface of the Macintosh to the revolutionary simplicity of the iPhone, each product reflects a Zen-inspired aesthetic. That's been one of my mantras, focus and simplicity, Jobs said. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end, because once you get there, you can move mountains. This philosophy transformed technology from mere tools into objects of desire, combining functionality with elegance. Apple's design ethos, deeply influenced by Jobs' Zen practices, emphasized the beauty of simplicity, both in the user experience and in the product's external form. The ethos of Apple. The Zen influence permeated not just Apple's products, but its entire ethos. Jobs' leadership style, marked by an intense focus and an unwavering commitment to excellence, reflected his Zen-inspired belief in the power of mindfulness and concentration. Under Jobs, Apple cultivated an environment that prioritized clear thinking, simplicity in design, and a deep focus on the task at hand, mirroring Zen practices. Jobs' emphasis on creating products that not only met a practical need but also evoked an emotional response can be traced back to his Zen belief in the interconnectedness of all things. He sought to make Apple products that resonated on a deeper level with users, blending form, function, and spirituality. Legacy of a Zen visionary. Steve Jobs' journey with Zen Buddhism profoundly impacted his personal development and professional achievements. It shaped his vision for Apple, inspiring a commitment to simplicity, beauty, and functionality that has become synonymous with the brand. The Zen influence on Jobs, and through him on Apple, highlights the powerful role that spirituality can play in driving innovation and shaping the ethos of a global corporation. As we continue to explore Jobs' life and legacy, it becomes evident that his Zen-inspired approach to life and work has left an indelible mark on the world of technology, making Apple a beacon of innovation and design excellence. Through his integration of Zen principles into the fabric of Apple, Jobs not only transformed the technology industry, but also offered a compelling example of how spiritual practices can enrich personal and professional endeavors. Chapter 4. The Impact of Spiritual Practices. Steve Jobs' engagement with Buddhism was not just a philosophical endeavor, but a practical framework that deeply influenced his personal and professional life. This chapter delves into how Jobs' spiritual practices, particularly meditation and his relationship with Zen Buddhism, provided the groundwork for his leadership style, decision-making process, and the innovative culture he fostered at Apple. Meditation, a tool for clarity and focus. Jobs' commitment to regular meditation sessions was a cornerstone of his spiritual practice. Meditation, a central aspect of Zen Buddhism, helped him develop a clarity of thought and a calmness of mind, empowering him to navigate the high-pressure environment of Silicon Valley with a unique blend of intensity and serenity. This practice of mindfulness, of being fully present and engaged, was reflected in Jobs' meticulous attention to detail and his ability to focus intensely on the task at hand, qualities that became synonymous with Apple's approach to product development. Steve Jobs' spirituality was not confined to his personal life. It permeated Apple's corporate culture. He believed in the intersection of spirituality and business, viewing work as a form of personal expression and a means to impact the world positively. This belief influenced Apple's ethos, emphasizing creativity, innovation, and the importance of following one's intuition, a lesson Jobs learned from his spiritual pursuits. Jobs often discussed how Zen Buddhism influenced his work, particularly in product design and user experience. He strived to imbue Apple products with Zen principles such as simplicity, elegance, and depth. This approach led to revolutionary products that were not only technologically advanced, but also deeply connected with users on an emotional level. The Zen Wedding Ceremony. The profound influence of Zen Buddhism on Jobs' life was perhaps most visibly demonstrated in his marriage to Laureen Powell. The ceremony, officiated by Kobun Chino Otogawa, symbolized the fusion of Jobs' personal and spiritual life with his professional endeavors. This event underscored how integral Buddhism was to Jobs' identity, guiding his views on relationships, family, and his responsibilities as a leader. Jobs faced numerous challenges throughout his career, from his ouster from Apple in 1985 to his battle with cancer. Buddhism provided him with a philosophical framework to confront these difficulties. The concept of impermanence, a key teaching in Buddhism, helped Jobs appreciate the fleeting nature of success and failure, encouraging resilience in the face of adversity. This perspective was crucial in 1997, when Jobs returned to a struggling Apple and led one of the most remarkable turnarounds in business history. Legacy of a spiritual innovator. Steve Jobs' spiritual practices shaped not just his leadership and business strategies, but also his vision for technology's role in society. His belief in the potential for technology to improve human life was underpinned by a desire to create products that enhanced mindfulness, communication, and personal expression. Through his synthesis of Buddhism and business, Jobs offered a unique model for integrating spiritual values with professional ambitions. In conclusion, Steve Jobs' spiritual practices were a defining element of his life and work, providing him with the tools to navigate the complexities of the technology industry and the challenges of leadership. By integrating Buddhist principles into his daily routine and business philosophy, Jobs crafted a legacy that transcends technology, embodying the potential for spirituality to inform and enrich every aspect of our lives. As we reflect on Jobs' impact on Apple and the world, it's clear that his spiritual journey was integral to his enduring influence as an innovator and visionary. Chapter 5: Legacy and Influence. Steve Jobs' fusion of spirituality and innovation left an indelible mark on Apple, setting it apart as a company not just driven by technology, but by a deeper mission to blend simplicity, beauty, and functionality. This chapter explores the lasting legacy of Jobs' Buddhist practices on Apple's culture, its approach to innovation, and the broader technology industry. Cultivating a culture of innovation. At the heart of Apple's success under Steve Jobs was a culture that prized not just technical excellence, but creativity, simplicity, and human-centric design. This culture was a direct reflection of Jobs' Zen Buddhist practices, particularly the principles of mindfulness, focus, and the pursuit of perfection. Jobs' mantra to "stay hungry, stay foolish," a quote from the Whole Earth catalog that he echoed in his famous 2005 Stanford commencement address, encapsulated his life's philosophy. It encouraged a state of perpetual learning and humility, traits that became core to Apple's identity. Jobs' influence on Apple's product design is perhaps the most visible testament to his legacy. The minimalist design of Apple products, with their intuitive interfaces and elegant aesthetics, can be traced back to Jobs' belief in the Zen principle of simplicity. He pushed for products that not only functioned flawlessly, but also connected with users on an emotional level, mirroring the Zen pursuit of harmony and balance. This approach revolutionized not just consumer electronics design, but how technology is integrated into daily life, ethical leadership, and corporate philosophy. Jobs' spiritual practice influenced not just Apple's products, but its approach to business and leadership. His commitment to Zen Buddhism shaped his understanding of ethical leadership and corporate responsibility. This was evident in Apple's emphasis on environmental sustainability, its investment in renewable energy, and its efforts to maintain ethical labor practices across its supply chain. Jobs believed that businesses have a moral obligation to contribute positively to society, a conviction that continues to guide Apple's corporate philosophy. Jobs' legacy extends beyond Apple, influencing the broader tech industry's approach to product development, company culture, and the role of technology in society. He demonstrated that integrating mindfulness and spirituality into business practices can lead to groundbreaking innovations and profound societal impact. Today, many tech companies incorporate mindfulness programs for employees, emphasizing the importance of well-being, focus, and ethical responsibility, a movement that Jobs pioneered. Conclusion: a visionary's enduring influence. Steve Jobs' commitment to Buddhism was not just a personal spiritual journey, but a key ingredient in his professional success and the creation of one of the most influential companies of the 21st century. His philosophy of integrating simplicity, mindfulness, and an unwavering pursuit of excellence into both life and work has left a lasting impact on Apple and the technology industry at large. Jobs' legacy is a testament to the power of combining spiritual practices with business innovation. He showed the world that great products are born from a deep understanding of human needs, desires, and aspirations, and that technology, at its best, serves to enrich human life. As Apple continues to innovate and lead in an ever-evolving industry, the ethos instilled by Jobs, a blend of Zen principles and visionary business practices, remains a guiding light, ensuring that his influence endures, inspiring future generations of leaders and innovators. Chapter 6: Reflections on Mindfulness and Innovation. The journey of Steve Jobs intertwines the realms of spirituality and technological advancement, presenting a compelling narrative of how mindfulness can be a catalyst for innovation. This chapter delves into the essence of Jobs' philosophy, examining the profound synergy between his Buddhist practices and his groundbreaking contributions to the tech world. The harmony of spirituality and creativity. Steve Jobs' fascination with Zen Buddhism was not just a spiritual pursuit, but a framework that profoundly shaped his creative vision. This fusion of spirituality and creativity was evident in his approach to technology, as a tool not merely for efficiency, but as a means to enhance human experience and foster connection. Jobs' commitment to mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and engaged with one's work, was key to his ability to envision and execute revolutionary ideas. Jobs believed that true innovation stems from a deep understanding of human needs and desires, a perspective grounded in his practice of mindfulness. This principle guided Apple's design philosophy, leading to products that are intuitive and seamlessly integrated into daily life. The mindfulness approach encouraged an environment of open-minded exploration at Apple, where questioning the status quo and pursuing ambitious ideas were nurtured. The role of mindfulness in leadership. Jobs' leadership style, while often described as demanding, also reflected his Zen-inspired principles of focus and simplicity. His ability to cut through noise and concentrate on what truly mattered allowed Apple to navigate complex challenges and emerge as a leader in innovation. Jobs' mindfulness practice contributed to his resilience, enabling him to rebound from setbacks and visualize new directions for technology. A balanced approach to technology and values. Steve Jobs' life serves as a poignant reminder of the potential for a balanced approach that honors both spiritual and material aspirations. He demonstrated that technology, when guided by human values and a deep understanding of societal needs, has the power to transform lives. Jobs' legacy encourages current and future leaders to consider how mindfulness and spirituality can inform ethical decision-making and foster innovations that genuinely benefit society. The lasting impact of integrating mindfulness and creativity. The integration of Zen principles and innovation left a lasting mark on Apple and the broader technology landscape. Jobs' journey illustrates the transformative power of aligning one's work with deeper spiritual values, challenging the notion that business and spirituality are separate realms. His legacy serves as an enduring testament to the idea that mindfulness can drive not just personal growth, but also groundbreaking technological advancements. Conclusion: a vision for the future. As we navigate the ever-evolving intersection of technology and human values, Steve Jobs' life story offers valuable insights into the role of mindfulness in shaping the future. By embracing a holistic approach that values creativity, mindfulness, and ethical responsibility, we can continue to drive innovation in ways that honor our shared humanity. Steve Jobs' remarkable synthesis of spirituality and technology serves as an inspiration, reminding us of the boundless potential that lies at the confluence of mindfulness and innovation.